What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NYPrepper. In this video, I want to talk to you guys about another overlooked bug out bag item, and it's a force multiplier, but it's not the type of force multiplier that most people think of when we're talking about bug out bags. So I think this is a very overlooked item. I haven't really seen many people have this type of force multiplier in their bug out bag. And what you're looking at here is my direct action dust, okay? And direct action is a Polish company, and I absolutely love this direct action dust. It's a 20-liter pack, so it's nice and small. And I love the Polish woodland camo. It's a great camo pattern for multiple seasons. So if we're talking about force multipliers in your bug out bag, I'll show you guys what most people think of. The first thing that comes to mind is a good handgun, and you guys have probably seen this before. This is my 44 Magnum. This is a Smith & Wesson model 629 Performance Center with a 2 3/4 inch barrel. This is my bug out gun. I've talked about why most people would select a semi-automatic, but for bugging out, I'm not going to really be getting into any kind of, firefights or anything where I need a tremendous volume of fire. I just need to be able to pop off a few rounds, and also I need some power in case I got to deal with a bear. In my part of the country, there's a lot of black bears. Here in Pennsylvania, we have a ton of black bears. It's one of the densest black bear populations in the U.S. Most bears per square mile in the U.S. in Pennsylvania, and also the largest bears as well. So I'm not just concerned about people threats. I'm concerned about animal threats. Black bears, the black bears here in Pennsylvania, they can get up to 800 pounds. It's not uncommon for them to get up to 500-600 pounds, and if you're dealing with an animal that big, you want something that can put it down quick. If I'm bugging out, chances are I'm going to be in a rural area and I may have to deal with a bear, and I also want to have the capability to opportunistically hunt. If I see a large game animal like a deer or a bear and I want to take it and get some meat, I want a handgun that can do that. I also want to have a handgun that can penetrate well. If we're talking about a bug out scenario, the rules are out the window at that point. I'm not worried about over penetration. I'm not worried about, deadly force laws. I'm doing whatever I need to do to survive. Society has unraveled, and I may have to over penetrate. There may be situations where I have to over penetrate. Okay, so in that situation, I want a good Magnum cartridge where I can punch through walls and cars and brush and different obstacles. Okay, so that's why I choose the 44 Magnum as my bug out handgun. So this is what most people would think of when you think of a force multiplier, okay? And this is an excellent choice, some type of good high-quality revolver or high-quality semi-automatic like a Glock or 1911, something reliable. That's an excellent choice for a force multiplier for your bug out bag, okay? This is not something that people overlook. This is the first thing that people think of when they think about force multipliers for their bug out bag, okay? This is also my EDC as well. The 44 Magnum is a very versatile cartridge. I could put 44 specials in here and I can have the same ballistics as a 45 ACP, or I can go all the way up to a full power Magnum load where I can stop a grizzly bear with 1 or 2 shots properly placed, okay? So I have a wide range of use, versus like a 9mm is only good for one thing, okay? And if you're bugging out, you don't know what situation you're going to be in. It's not going to be a typical self-defense situation where you're dealing with a 150-pound crackhead that's trying to mug you or something like that. There's different situations, different scenarios, and you want to have a weapon that can perform in different scenarios. You want something that's flexible. So that's why I have this as my bug out pistol. Now, some other force multipliers that people think of. First thing that comes to mind also is a good survival knife, and I've done videos on this knife. This is a Benchmade 119 Arvensis knife. It's a 154 cm stainless steel blade. Okay, I absolutely love this knife. This is an excellent combat knife and survival knife. I've done a lot of reviews on it. I've used it extensively in the field. What I actually have is I actually have two of these. I have one that I take to the woods, and then I have one that's fresh and that I never use, that's in my bug out bag, because I don't want to, use my knife that I use on a regular basis and have that in my bug out bag. I want a fresh knife with a fresh blade. Excellent knife here. This is another item that most people think of when they think of force multiplier. A good solid knife, with a maybe 5-6 inch blade. I think this one's like 6 inches. Okay, this is a combination of a combat and survival knife. I got this custom made sheath here. This sheath was pretty expensive. I had it custom made on Etsy. The sheath was actually as much as the knife. But just like handguns, guys, you could have the best knife in the world or the best handgun in the world, but if you have a crappy holster, that's going to reduce your functionality. You want to have a good quality sheath for your knife or holster for your handgun. If you have to spend a little bit of money, it's important to have good quality stuff, especially things that you plan to use to survive off of and to defend yourself with. You want things that are actually going to work when you need them to. So this is just a custom sheath here, all leather. I got a little pocket here for a sharpening stone or sharpening tool, and then here I have a pouch for my ferrocerium rod, so it's all contained in one location. I don't have to dig into my backpack and grab my ferrocerium rod. It's right here, and then I have my stone right there. Okay, so this is another common force multiplier that people think of. Another thing too is a little emergency backup blade or EDC blade. This is another common thing that people think of when they think about force multipliers. This is an excellent force multiplier for your bug out bag. This is a Benchmade Hidden Canyon. I actually used to carry this knife in New York City because, believe it or not, this thing is actually legal in a lot of places because the blade length is under 3 inches. Okay, it's a 3 inch, I think it's 2 3/4 inch blade. Okay, and a lot of cities that are very restrictive, they have a limit of 3 inch blades. Okay, so this is still legal in a lot of restricted areas. Okay, but you can still do a lot of damage with this knife if you know what you're doing. Okay, this could easily take out a bad guy. All right, so this is another common force multiplier. An EDC blade, a folding blade, a neck knife, whatever, a kank. But now I want to show you an overlooked force multiplier that I don't see a lot of people talking about in their bug out bags. Okay, so what I have here, okay, you're gonna laugh. These are actually rolling pins, okay, for rolling dough. Okay, I saw these at my local supermarket, and these are made of acacia wood. Okay, acacia wood is double the hardness of oak. Okay, so this is a very hard wood. It's twice as hard as oak. You can pick up one of these for 15 bucks. Okay, I picked this up for 15 bucks. I got 3 of them and they ran out. I'm going to order more because you can never have enough. And it's made by a company called Craft Kitchen. Okay, and this is the overlooked force multiplier, is some kind of club. Okay, some kind of weapon that you can use to give you distance between you and your attacker. some kind of melee weapon. All right, knives are great, handguns are great, but the problem with a handgun, number one, is that you have to have a good aim. Okay, if you are in a situation where it's dark out or you have an adrenaline dump, you know, shooting at a target that's trying to kill you is different than shooting at a piece of paper. Okay, and you know, being able to shoot a handgun accurately is hard enough as it is when, you know, all the conditions are perfect, you know. But if, you know, you have an adrenaline dump, you know, you're fatigued, it's not that easy to keep those sights aligned. And you know, having some kind of a club or some kind of a melee weapon where you can strike at an enemy or some kind of hostile threat and keep them at a distance is, to me, invaluable and worth its weight in gold. Okay, you know, this thing right here, I basically turned it into a club. All right, so this was like 15 bucks. It's acacia wood. It's just a basic rolling pin. It's 1.5 feet. It comes with this little hole here that they drilled out so you can hang it, you know, in your kitchen. You can hang it from your wall. This makes a perfect club. And what I'm going to do is attach a video of me actually practicing with this and hitting a heavy bag and just demonstrating how effective this thing is and how much damage this thing can do with very little effort. Okay, you know, knives have a limitation. The problem with knives is you have to get close. Okay, you know, you have to get close to your target to be able to use a knife effectively, and your target has to be you know, relatively still. If you're dealing with something like a dog, let's say you have a dog that's attacking you, or you know, a coyote or a bear. You know, they're not gonna stand there and let you stab it. Okay, by the time you get your knife out and try to stab it, you know, you could already be severely injured. You know, but a club like this, some kind of striking tool, okay, is going to help you a lot in a situation like that. You know, not just against animals, but also against two-legged threats. So I want to just show you guys what I did to this rolling pin here. Okay, this is what it looks like when I bought it at the supermarket. What I did was I just took some athletic tape here, like for hockey sticks, and I just covered the bottom so I can get a good grip. Okay, and you know, this makes a really good weapon. Okay, you could use this multiple ways. I can block with this. I can use this to block a knife attack or parry with it. I could use this to bust open glass, you know, windows and doors to cars and stuff. If I got to bust a car window or something like that. I just added a little paracord here. This is like a survival paracord that has like a wax string in there, and it's like a combination of paracord, fire starter, and you know, Kevlar cord in there for, you know, sewing things up. It's like a multiple use survival paracord. But this thing is awesome, and I'll attach a video of me practicing with it on a heavy bag at the end of this video. But I have this on my bug out bag. I have it right on the side here. I have it, you know, right on the side of my bug out bag. So I can just easily reach behind me and pull this thing right out and deploy it when I need to. You don't have to get this. You can get, you know, a police club or baton. I like this because it's wood and it doesn't raise eyebrows as much as a police baton. Police batons are illegal in a lot of areas, like the expandable ones. You know, they're illegal in many places, but, you know, a rolling pin from good hardwood is legal pretty much everywhere. And it's very effective, guys. This thing right here will take out a coyote or an aggressive dog with one shot, one proper hit to the head, and that coyote's going down, or that aggressive dog, or even a small bear. You could take out a bear with this thing if you hit it in the right way. This will easily take out a bad guy, no doubt. And so why do you want to have this? You know, why is this so good? Like I said, there's situations where you don't want to use your handgun and you don't want to use your knife, or it's not practical. Okay, if you're dealing with, let's say, an aggressive dog, right? An aggressive dog, they move very fast. Okay, dogs are very fast, and they're also a small target. Okay, if you have to shoot at a dog that's running at you, you know, 30 miles an hour, full speed, it's a very small target. It's a moving target. By the time you draw your gun out, it may be very hard for you to get a shot off, okay? And in that situation, you know, using a knife is going to be harder, because then you got to get close to the dog, you know, or to the coyote, whatever, bear. But if you have a club, you can swing this club and it'll take that thing out, you know. Same thing, you know, two-legged threats. You know, there may be situations where you don't want to use your handgun. All right, when you discharge your handgun, it makes a lot of noise. It draws attention. You use your ammo. You may want to conserve your ammo. You may not want to use lethal force. There may be situations where you don't want to use lethal force. You may want to just use some pain compliance, and you can strike this on somebody's thigh or on their large muscle groups, and guarantee you they will be down for a while, okay? If you hit someone in the thigh with this thing, or on the calf, you know, different parts of the body, you know, the pain will just put them down, and you know, you may not want to use your handgun. You need something less than lethal, you know, and this just gives you another option, and it gives you distance. You don't have to get close. Like with a knife, in order to deploy your knife, you have to get close. You have to get really close to your threat, you know, versus a good club or striking weapon. You can keep a good safe distance, and you know, and be able to deal with the threat. So just wanted to share this with you guys. I don't see many people with something like this in their bug out bag. I think it's a really smart thing. You don't have to do what I did. You can go online, and I'm pretty sure you can buy a police baton. Police batons are great. I just prefer a wooden club. That works good for me. You know, and then obviously if I really wanted to, I could, you know, I could put stuff on here if I really was in a situation where I you know, I felt really threatened, and for whatever reason I ran out of ammo, and I wanted something with a little bit more you know, lethality than just a club alone. I could do different things. I could glue some glass onto here. I could tie barbed wire around this. You know, there's different things you can do to make this thing a little bit more lethal. You know, just think about Negan from The Walking Dead. But, you know, that's pretty much it, guys. Just wanted to share this with you. Stay tuned for my video of me demonstrating this thing on a heavy bag. And that's all I got for now. Take care, God bless, and don't forget the 3 Ps. Prepare, practice, and persevere.